Hello students, in the earlier video we have learned the forms of verbs, that is the base form, past form and past participle form. The next part in the English grammar, the most important part is tenses. So today we will learn the first tense, that is present simple tense. Present simple tense. So what are the tenses? The first question arises in our mind is that what are tenses? Tenses are simply the way we talk about time in English. Tenses are simply the way we talk about time in English. Means whenever we are speaking in different times, that time the tenses changes. The tenses changes automatically. If we are speaking in the present, if we are speaking about the present situation, automatically we should speak in a present tense. If we are speaking about the past happenings or past situation, that time we should use the past tense. So today we will learn or we will concentrate on the present simple tense. Present simple tense. This is the first tense of English grammar. Present simple tense. The present tense is divided into two parts. First, present simple and present continuous or progressive tense. Present continuous tense is also called as present progressive tense. So present simple tense is used in general or for a permanent, more or less permanent activity. Nothing is permanent in this world, but more or less permanent activity. For a particular period it is a fixed activity, that time present simple tense is used. For a general way or permanent activity, present simple tense is used, and for the temporary or something you are doing now, at that moment something action is going on, that time present continuous or progressive tense is used. When something action is going on that moment, that time present continuous tense is used. So we should today we will understand or we will learn about present simple tense. We must concentrate on this part, present simple tense. So present simple tense, let's take a simple example so that you can understand more. First you should take any pronouns. I, we, you. You have learned there are pronouns I, we, you, he, she, it, they. These are the pronouns. I and we are the first person pronoun. You singular and you plural are the second person pronoun, and third person singular he, she, it, and third person plural they. So we will take a simple example. I work. You work. If somebody is in front of you, you should say that you work. Okay, I work in a bank. I work in a school. Understood? So more or less it is in general way of speaking, or more or less the permanent activity. I work in a school. You work in a bank. We work in a school. They work in a bank. Whatever you can say. So these are the simple forms of first and second person. Okay, I work, you work, we work. Okay, there is a third person plural, they work. But the most important part you should remember is that whenever there is third person singular, the subject or the performer of the action is third person singular, you should add s to the verb. You should add s to the verb or the base form. You should add s to the verb or the base form. For example, he works. You should not say he work. You should say he works. If he is working in a bank, you should say he works in a bank. He works in a bank. She works. She works in a school. She works in a school. You should add s to the third person singular. This is the most important rule of this present tense, you should remember. She works. It works. Here it is referred to a thing. It works. For example, it works. the computer, it works well, understood? This important rule you have to remember. So this is the present simple tense form. If you are quickly take a look of the present progressive or present continuous tense, here there are some changes. I am working, I am working. Why I have given you these two examples? So that you can understand the difference between the two. Here I work, here I work, but here it becomes I am working, my action is going on that moment. I am working. Now I am speaking, I am teaching. At this moment I am teaching, I am speaking. Okay, you are working, you are working. These two examples I have given you just to understand the difference between the two. So this is the present tense. I work, you work, we work, they work, he works, she works, it works. So most important part or the formation of the simple present tense is subject plus verb plus object. This is the formula or this is the format of simple present tense. Subject I, verb work, verb is work, object in a school, So this is a format or the formula of the simple present tense. Subject plus verb plus object. So this is the present tense form. Let's take, we should also understand, the next question arises in your mind, when to use it. When to use this tense or when to use a present tense while speaking. We should use this tense. There are 5 different situations where we have to use the present simple tense. The first situation is permanent. If any activity is permanent, more or less permanent, for a particular period, that time we should use this tense. For example, we live in Belgaum. For some period it is permanent. Okay, we live in Belgaum. He works in a bank. There is a particular period of time. For that period he works in a bank. So in that situation also you should use present simple tense. He works in a bank. The second situation that we should use this tense is routines. When you are speaking about the routines or when you are telling about the routines. Routines means some activities that you do regularly in your daily life. For example, I wake up at 6. I go to sleep at 11. These activities you do regularly. When some actions you are doing regularly, for those routine works you have to use this present simple tense. Third situation is facts. When there are scientific truths or facts, that time you should use this present simple tense. For example, the sun rises in the east. This is a fact. You can also say that the sun sets in the west. So this is the fact. That time also you should use present simple tense. Next, schedules. When something is pre-planned activity or you are going to do that activity in the future, that time also this present simple tense is used. For example, our class starts at 9. This is a schedule. A schedule means the planned activity. Okay, the flight leaves at noon. Okay, flight means aeroplane. The flight leaves at noon. For this you have to use the present simple tense. And the last, frequency. Here adverbs of time are used. In English, when to describe a verb, some words are used. Those are called adverbs. For those adverbs, when you are using those adverbs, present simple tense is used, or frequency to tell how many times that action is going on, or how many times that person is doing that action, is that time also simple present tense is used. For example, she always takes the bus. She always takes the bus. Here frequency is mentioned. You can also say that she never takes a bus, or she sometimes takes a bus. That time also frequency is used, or that time also present simple tense is used. So this is the second part of the tense, present simple present tense, that when to use this. So, for the first point is permanent activity, second routines, third facts, fourth schedule, and fifth frequency. In these situations you have to use the present simple tense. You can also use these for your habits also. For example, she always trims her nails. Okay, so you can also use this tense for habits. So this is the second part. Next part is how to use it. How to use this simple present tense. I have divided, or I have made here 3 columns. Okay, positive, negative, questions. Positive means affirmative sentences. Positive means affirmative sentences, negative and questions. So let's look at the positive sentences or affirmative sentences. So I have told you that when you are framing a sentence in a simple present tense, the formula is subject, verb, object. So here is a subject, I, you, we. Subject means the performer of the action, the performer of the action. I work, you work, we work. I work in a school, you can add any object after that. You work in a school, we work in a school, we work in a school. So this is the positive sentence. Next, third person singular. Here they work in a school, they also come here. Okay, he, she, it works. As I told you, whenever there is a third person singular, that time you should add s to the verb or the base form of the verb. Okay, he works in a bank, she works in a bank, it works well, it works well. Okay, so this is the positive or affirmative form of the sentences in simple present tense. Next is negative forms. In negative forms, we should use the helping verbs to make it negative. To make the sentence negative, we should use 2 helping verbs. The first helping verb we should use is don't. Don't is a short form, or when we shorten do not, it becomes don't. Don't is a helping verb and its full form is do not. Okay, after that you should use the verb work. So the formation of the sentence will be I don't work in a school. I don't work in a school. I don't work in a school. You don't work in a bank. You don't work in a bank. We don't work in a school. We don't work in a school. So the sentence formation of the negative sentence is, first you should take the subject, then the negative helping verb, then the verb, then the verb, then the verb. This is the sentence formation of the sentence formation in the negative form. Next is, if you are forming or framing a sentence negative with the third person singular, with the third person singular, that time the sentence formation changes. What are changes, or what changes you should make are, he works. The affirmative form is he works, but when you are making it negative, he doesn't work. It becomes he doesn't work. And the most important thing you have to remember is that when you are using does or doesn't, you should not add s to the verb. You should go back to its base form. You should go back to its base form. You should not add s to the verb. Okay, he doesn't work in a bank. He doesn't work in a school. You should not say that he doesn't works. That is a wrong sentence. He doesn't work in a bank. He doesn't work in a school. Understood? So this is the negative form of the third person singular. She doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. The computer, it doesn't work. Okay? It doesn't work. So one thing you have to remember, that when you are using doesn't, that time you should not add s to the verb. You should not add s to the verb. The same rule applies when you are using it in the questions. When you are using it in the question, that I will explain you. So this is the negative form. Next part is question, framing questions. There are two types of question, yes no type questions or WH questions. So when you are, let's take a look of yes no type questions or short answers, when you are giving short answers for the questions, that type. Okay, so when you are framing a question, that time you should take this helping verb do first. You should take the helping verb do first. Do I, then comes the subject. Do I work? Do I work? So the sentence formation of this question in simple present tense is helping verb do plus subject plus verb. Helping verb do plus subject plus verb. Do I work? Do I work in a school? Do you work in a bank? Do we work in a school? Do they work in a bank? Like this way. This is the question formation. This is the question formation. As usual, when we are using don't in the negative form, in question you should use do. For the first person singular plural, second person singular plural and third person plural. They third person plural. That time we should use do. Okay. Next, when the performer of the action is third person singular, that time it becomes does. Does he work? Does he work? As I told you, you should not add s to the verb because you are adding s to the helping verb. You are adding s to the helping verb, so you should not add s to the verb. Does he work in a bank? Does she work in a school? Does it work well? Does it work well? So this is the present tense forms, meaning when to use it, and different types of sentences, means affirmative, negative and questions. After affirmative, interrogative, it is also called interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences means questions. So this is the three main points of the simple present tense. The next part in the present simple tense is spelling changes. As I told you, you have to do certain changes when the subject of the or the performer of the action changes, the verb form also changes. So what spelling changes you have to make? When you are adding s to the verb, you add s to the verb when the performer of the action is third person singular, he, she, it. After that, whichever the verbs comes, you should add s to it in simple present tense. So when you are adding s to the verb, what spelling changes you have to do? Let's take a look at it. Look at this. For most verbs, you should always add only s to the verb or only s to the base form of the verb. For example, dance, dances. I have added here s only, nothing else. Okay, dance, dances. Cook, cooks. Sleep, sleeps. Come, comes. Okay, for the most of the verbs, you should only add s to the verb when the third person singular is there, subject. Okay, next is verb ending in s, sh, ch or x. If any verb ends with s or the last letter of the verb is s or sh or ch or x, that time you should add es to it. That time you should add es to it. For example, guess, guesses. Wash, washes, es. Okay. teach, teaches, fix, fixes, fix, fixes. This is the these are the verbs or examples of verbs when you add es to the verb. Okay, next part is verbs ending in consonant and y. Whenever if a verb ends with a consonant and the last letter is y, the last letter of the verb is y and before that consonant is there, that time you should drop y. You should remove that y and add ies. For example, fix. Look at the study. For example, the example is study. Okay, here last letter is y. Last letter is y, and before that d is a consonant. D is a consonant. That time you should drop this y. You should drop this y and add ies to it. So study becomes studies. Study becomes studies. Try. Here y is there and before that consonant is there. So tries. Try, tries. Go, goes. Go, goes. Do, does. Do, does. Okay. Try, tries. So these are the examples of verbs ending in consonant and y. Next is irregular verbs. So there are some irregular verbs where you should they are the way when you are adding s to it, they are totally changed. For example, go, goes, do, does, have, has. For example, I have a car, he has a car. That time it becomes he has a car. So have becomes has. Okay. I do my work, he does his work. I do my work, he does his work. Okay. I go to school, he goes to school, she goes to school. Understood? So these are the irregular verbs. These are the irregular verbs. So spelling changes, you have to remember most verbs s, verbs ending in s, sh, ch or x, that time you should add es. Verbs ending in consonant and y, you should remove that y or drop that y and add ies to it. And last, there are some irregular verbs. Those are different or totally different from the base form. Go, goes, do, does, have, has. So these are the spelling changes. Next part is how to give short answers in English. In our daily conversation, you should most of the times we do not repeat the question in our answer. We do not repeat the question in our answer. We give the short answers. So how to give that short answer? Let's take a look at it. First example, do they need help? Do they need help? I told you how to form a question. So form a question, you should take the helping verb first, then the subject, and then the verb, and then object. Do they need help? The answer is yes, they do. Yes, they do. This is the short form or short answer. Yes, they do. No, they don't. Here contraction is used or shortened form of do not is used. Okay. No, they do not. No, they do not. Do you need a help? Do you need a help? If I ask the person in front of me, he can say yes, I need. Yes, I need, or yes, I do. No, I don't. No, I don't. So this is the first example. Second, does he speak French? Does he speak French? Here third person singular is there, therefore does is used. Does he speak French? And here does is used, therefore s is not added to the verb or base form. Does he speak French? Answer is yes, he does. If it is a negative answer, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Here contraction is used. Does not short form is used. Does not short form is used. Okay. Next, do you like this song? Do you like this song? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. The simple way of remembering this is whenever the question starts with do, you should use the do in your answer. If the affirmative sentence is there, I do or you do. Okay. If the question starts with does, you should use does in your answer. If you are making it negative, don't. If you are making it negative of does, you should make does not, okay, or doesn't. So this is the short answer, short answers or short questions. Next part, the common mistakes or errors the students do often when using simple present tense. They do while using the simple present tense. The common mistakes they do is the first, tense. Tense. Look at and now look at this sentence. I am living in Tokyo. I am living in Tokyo. Is it correct? No. This is a wrong sentence. What is a wrong thing? Living in Tokyo or more or less permanent activity. So you should not use this present continuous tense. So the correct sentence will be I live in Tokyo. I live in Tokyo. I live in Tokyo. You should remember this. Next is verb. They make mistakes with the verb. We likes reading. What is the wrong thing? Here S is added to the first person plural. First person plural. So we like reading, not we likes reading. We like reading. Next form. While using the form, they make mistakes like they doesn't eat vegetables. What is the wrong thing? Doesn't is the wrong thing. You should not use doesn't. They don't. They don't. Does is always used for he, she, it. So is it the subject he, she, it? No. So you should not use doesn't. You should use do, don't or do not. They don't eat vegetables. They doesn't eat vegetables is a wrong sentence. They don't eat vegetables. Next spelling. She tries to save money. She tries to save money. Here tries spelling is wrong. She tries. T-R-I-E-S. Y. Drop the Y, add I-E-S. She tries to save money. She tries to save money. This is the spelling mistake. Next, missing word. Sometimes students miss the word or they drop the word. What time you finish work? What time you finished work? This is a WH question. WH question is also easy when you are framing a simple question. Do you like this song? If you are adding WH word to before the do, it becomes WH question. So what time you finish work? What thing is wrong? Here helping verb is not used. What time do you finish your work? What time do you finish your work? So this is the last mistake or error the students do. You should remember these all things and use this simple present tense in your daily conversation. You can use this simple present tense in your daily conversation. Thank you.